How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about something that will free you from the negative energy, from people pleasing, from giving to others without taking care of self. And you can use this stuff right away. So I'm so excited to share it with you. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, before we get started, if you enjoy this message or there's something that you take away from it, if you're on Spotify or YouTube, you can actually leave a comment. Not only those comments help me know what resonated with you, but somebody else might read that comment and it might inspire them to give this episode a listen. My goal is to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the world, and the best way to do that would be together. So whether you leave a positive comment or you share this with somebody, it means the absolute world to me, and I could never thank you enough. But let's dive into today's episode. So this discovery, this perspective, I think is extremely freeing, okay? You just have to allow yourself to be this. You have to allow yourself to operate with this. And here it is. I do not need to be liked by you. I only need to be liked by me. You see, when you become a people pleaser, a lot of times I thought, okay, you're serving all these people. That's why you're running out of energy. But my perspective on it has shifted. Our interactions, like what we need something from, right? Needing our own approval or approval of others is where we get energy from. It's where we tap into series as a source or sources of energy. That's how it happens. So when you're operating from self, meaning I only need to please me, I need to do what's right within me, I need to follow my heart's guide, then you're tapping into the source for you, the frequency, the purpose that you're supposed to be. But when you people please, you actually turn that off. You don't do what's aligned with you. You do what's aligned with others. You start trying to predict and strategize what other people need, what other people want, what you think other people want to hear. And so your only connection to energy becomes that of someone else's. So you can only operate in these shattered different levels of frequency. Meaning this person over here, you operate at their level, then this person over here operate at this level, and before you know it, you're operating at so many levels that you feel none of them. That's why you end up empty. You see, people pleasing in itself is not the problem. It's how we're getting our energy. If you want to serve others, that's fine. If you want to be a pleaser of people, meaning you want people to be pleased with your presence, that's fine. But the need for acknowledgement, the need for connection can only come from self. When you're only connected to yourself, when that's where your fulfillment comes from. Did I conduct myself as my higher self is guiding me? Did I follow through with what my heart is guiding me to be? When you do those things, you have the fulfillment. When you do those things, you're connected to source energy. So it's really pretty simple. Do you need the approval of others, or do you only need the approval of self? Now, it may not be easy to make that shift, but it's certainly easy to ask the question. So I'm going to ask it again, and I'm asking you this question, not anybody else. Answer it. Answer it out loud in your head, wherever you can do it. Do you need or do you thrive from the approval of others, or do you thrive from the approval of self? And if it's not, yes, I only thrive to the approval of self, then you're operating at an empty level. You'll never fulfill the visions that you have for yourself. You'll never enjoy life as you were meant to. There's a guidance system within you that was given to you. Maybe it was by your higher self, maybe it was by God, maybe it was just by destiny, the universe, whatever it is. But there is a guidance system. The guidance system is calling you to heal yourself. It's calling you to grow yourself and create that as an offering to the world, not offering what other people want. I guess an example would be if everybody could cook food, right? Everybody's a chef. That's what we are. But ultimately, we can cook one thing the best. There's one thing that we can cook better than anybody. So if you become a chef that is constantly cooking for other people the recipes and the foods that they want, you never discover the true purpose of yourself. You never go to the depths of what you're capable of doing and perceiving because you're cooking for everyone else. You're not cooking for self. Versus if you take the chef that focuses on what they need, goes within, heals constantly, builds the recipe within them over and over and perfects it and adds things, takes away things, constantly making this one thing that they make the best thing. Think about the fulfillment they'll have when they present that to the world. Now, will everybody enjoy it? No. But you don't need them to. You know the offering that you gave the world was of value, was of healing, was of love, because that's what you have become. And for the people that need that, it will be the most fulfilling thing that they ever tapped into. And it might be with them for a season or a reason, whatever it is. But you have to become the chef that prepares the meal that you were meant to build. Stop cooking for others. And I don't mean this on a literal sense. Obviously, if you cook for your family or things like that, of course do that. I mean it in an energetic sense. Stop trying to prepare all events, all scenarios, all interactions that make it good for everyone else. Make you good within. Make you right within. So that way, everywhere that you're present, everywhere that you are bringing the goodness within you. I'm going to do a fuller version of this next topic on another episode. But somebody shared something with me and it just gave me so much perspective. You see, we all operate together on this earth, but we operate in different frequencies. We operate almost in different worlds, meaning two people can experience the same thing, but have two different experiences. Maybe one's positive, one's negative. Take away two different things, right? It's because the perspective that they operate dictates the experience they're having, right? Your frequency is what you frequently see. So if you're operating at a 10 frequency of love and light, you're going to find the level 10 love and light in all things. If you're operating at a level 3, lack of those things, then you're going to constantly see lack of those things in all things, even though the thing you're looking at is the same. The world you're in is the same. The frequencies that we're in are different. So if you feel empty, it's because not only are you operating in different frequencies, you're operating in other frequencies. You're operating in Tony's frequency. You're operating in Susan's frequency. You're operating in all these people because you people please them. You connect with them on their level and you make it okay. You connect with someone else on their level and you make it okay. So you receive nothing. Your perception is your reception. If you're going on someone else's level, you're receiving what they need to receive, not what you need to receive. So be true to self. Open up that heart. Speak from it. Listen to it. Lead from it and become the rising tide. that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on what you can do to find yourself and truly live a light-filled life. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook group all down below. So I appreciate all the follows there. And if you're ready to make this shift, if you want to become somebody that knows how to tap into self, knows how to connect with the frequency that you are meant to have, this is what I do. I'm a mindset coach. I help people do this exact thing. I am currently full at the time of recording this. It may not be when you listen to it. So if you want more information on my coaching program, you can reach out to me via Instagram, which is probably the best way, but you can also reach out to me. There's a link down below. If you fill that out, I will get back to you as soon as possible. Well, I appreciate you bearing with me with the voice thing going on. I'm so happy to connect, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.